Now the next function is average a function. As the name is suggesting, average a returns the arithmetic mean or the average of the values in a column. But average function is also doing the same thing. Now what's the difference between average function and average a function? So if Microsoft or Power BI has released two different functions, then there should be some kind of difference, right? So the difference here is it handles text and non-numeric values, right? Average a function handles text and non-numeric values, but average function does not handle text and non-numeric values, right? So this is the major difference between average and average a function. Now the next we have is syntax average a, and we have to pass the numeric column. The same syntax as average function, right? It has only one parameter, the numeric column, that contains the numbers for which we need to calculate the average. Point to note here is it returns the decimal number, and this function is again not supported for use in direct query mode when it is used in calculated columns or RLS rules, right? If you do not want to include logical values and text representations of the numbers in reference as a part of calculation, then we have to use average function, right? So this slide covers the difference between average and average a function. You can just pause the video and have a note of this, note what is written in the slide, or you can take the screenshot. Now let us see the demo. Let me go to my Power BI desktop where it is. Yeah, this is the one. So we have already seen the average function here, right? But in my data I don't have any of the blank or the text values inside my data, right? So the result will be same as average and average a, correct? Also I have a different table here for my calculations or the text, other than the data table, right? So I have attached the link of this tutorial in the description, that how to create this separate table for calculations, right? So let's create one of my measure here, right? And we will using the average a function, correct? So let me name it as average a value, right? Here I will be using average a, and here it is showing me the syntax and the definition of average a function. Again I will be using here as sales amount, as we saw into average function, and we can commit it using the stick, or we can press enter to commit it, right? Now let me add one card, right? Inside this card I'll be displaying my average a value, right? And we can just, what we can do is I can just copy the formatting of this and paste the formatting into this cell a card, right? So both the values are same as I told you, because my data doesn't have any non-numeric value inside my numeric column, right? So this is displaying the same result, and other than the card you can display the result into your table also, right? This way. Now how it handles numeric and non-numeric values, right? That's the question. You need to note that values that evaluate to true are counted as one inside average a function, right? We are talking about average a. So these points that I'm telling you are specific to average a function itself, right? Values that evaluates to true are counted as one. Values that evaluated to false are counted as zero. That means true is 1 and false is 0, just like a flag. Values that contain non-numeric text are counted as 0, right? And empty text are counted as 0. So there is a difference between blank, null, or empty text, right? So if I show you into my notepad, uh, null is basically nothing is present, right? Nothing is present. We can call it either null or blank. If there is empty string, then this means this is the value. That means inside the single quotes we have nothing here, right? So this single quotes are the thing that represent the text, right? And empty means inside this quotes we have nothing. So there means there is some kind of space or non-blank text values there. So hope you understand what are we talking about null and empty string here inside this average a function, right? So this is how average a function works, and how average a and average a are related with each other, right?